Hello and welcome to Braintree High School for Legion baseball action as Braintree and Foxboro here on the first pitch. And this one is center field, a well-hit ball, but the first out. Mike Walson bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV as one pitch and one out here to start the top half of the first as the leadoff man is down. Marcocella, as always, doing the best to be able to read some of the coach's handwritings as the pitch is off the edge for ball one for the starting pitcher and number 2 hitter, Watts. It's the offering on the way, and that one's high and tight from the Braintree starter, Saros. And on the way, on a ground to third base. Mishandled for a moment. The throw across is not going to be in time, and the runner will reach. As Braintree with the error, and the pitcher going down awkwardly. Obviously, he is about to start, so that is not a good thing for him. But what should have been the second out turns into an error on the Braintree third baseman, as Swain picks up the error on a ball that was off the end of the bat. A lot of new faces from last year's team, and obviously a lot of changes from the high school team that lost in the state championship game. Pitch on the way and down at the knees, a strike. So the first base runner coming on an error. And now Hoyt, the shortstop. Give the Braintree defense in a moment as the pitch is on the way and upstairs. Across the outfield, it'll be Atkinson in left field, Segley in center, and Farragher in right field. Across the diamond, Swain at third, shortstop Fan, second baseman Foley, and the first baseman is Uhas with the catcher Stenman. Throw down will not be in time, and it gets all the way into center field, but base runner will not advance any further, and he's seems to be struggling out there on the base. He was shaken up after landing weird at first, and now he seems to be in a lot of pain over at second base, so we'll see what happens here. This obviously would have to really shift their game plan if he's not able to continue in this game. Braintree losing their first game by a single run. 1-run loss in their opening game here at home against North Attleboro. That was on Tuesday. So 0-1 of the season. Braintree 3 games back of all the other teams, as Braintree obviously going so deep into the MIA tournament that Braintree's game schedule had to be shifted, and now they're going to have a lot of makeup games to try and figure out. Runner now at second base, and the pitch, and that one misses, and a walk puts the second runner on. So Braintree going to play behind the runner, trying to keep it from a big inning. 2 on and 1 out. Leadoff man on a fly out. Angelini takes a first pitch strike. The center fielder. Offering on the way and on the ground. Right, actually a line drive right back to the pitcher, makes the play, and it turns into a line drive double play. Able to snare that one on a hot shot right back at him, and turns 2. Really a nice play. You don't see that very often where the pitcher makes a catch on a line drive right back at him and then turns 2 on it. But Braintree doing it there, and some help from the defense. So we will head to the bottom half of the first in a moment in a scoreless game. First pitch of the bottom half of the inning. It's going to be ball 1. And the starter is Watts, who stumbled towards first after reaching on the error. And then now this one off the glove and into left field. A base hit off the bat of Fan, who digs around first and now taking off towards second and slides underneath the tag for a leadoff double. So Fan, who took over during the high school season late in the year, during the postseason run, had a couple of really big moments, a couple of learning curves that hopefully will be fixed moving forward, but obviously a very young player, a freshman. You don't see that very often, obviously now turning into a sophomore after his freshman year. But player, obviously a very important part of the future for Braintree baseball. Playing short here today, also plays second. Pitch on the way, and this one is sharply hit into right field. A fair ball. Base hit down the line as the run will come around and score. And Braintree is on the scoreboard early as the throw into second and back-to-back extra base hits start the bottom half of the inning. So home side jumps in front 1-0. Don't see that very often. Two quick doubles here to start an inning, and Braintree in business now with the lead. Segley with the RBI hit, center fielder. Now brings up Uhas playing at first, batting in the 3 spot. Braintree another runner in scoring position. Slight breeze here today as this one rolled towards first, and it takes some spin, a fair ball. So it does advance the base runner to third base, but obviously not the intention of that swing. So now the runner is at third with 1 out. Braintree trying to put up a couple of runs here in the inning. Big swing and a miss from the DH as Berman stands in. And on the corners now at first and third for the defense as the pitch is a strike on the edge. Watts winds and fires and missed upstairs, throw down to third, gets into left field, and now the run will come around to score as the defense makes a big time mistake and Braintree gets a gift run. So often you see catchers throw down in spots where you really don't need a throw. Third base, even the pitcher to second. Those are the situations. This is one on the ground towards shortstop. Long throw across and in time, but it's dropped. Braintree getting some help on a throw that certainly was in time, would have been an out, but now we're seeing errors by both teams here in this first inning. Just a play you expect to be made. So both sides with an error here in this first inning. Both made on the left side of the infield. Although I guess that was a first baseman's error. Drop of the ball. That was a pretty good throw. Might not have been perfect, but good enough. So 3 of the first 4 have reached for the home side. Post 86, Braintree. Foxboro at 2-2 here on the season. Braintree and 0-1. And again, I would mention being a handful of games behind everybody because they went so deep into the high school season, all the way to the state finals. Had to reschedule at least 3 or 4 of their games. Now the third baseman, Swain, who made the Braintree error in the top half, trying to help out with the bat. Runner leads and the pitch, and that one off the plate. Haven't seen a stolen base try yet, but certainly a situation you expect to see some action on the bases. 2 strikes. It's a pitch and a swing and a miss, throw down, and he is going to be out at second. So that is going to be the second out. Early in the ball game, we've seen some interesting moments. And that is a called third strike, and that ends the bottom half of the first. But Braintree gets on the scoreboard with a couple of runs. One on an RBI, double the other on a ball that is thrown away by the catcher. 2-0 lead for Braintree here at home as we head to the second. First pitch here at the top of the second in for a strike. Foxboro down a couple of runs here early. Dealing with the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. And this one in the air towards deep center field, continuing back. And back to make the catch in center field for the second straight inning. Braintree is able to track one down in center. That ball just kept carrying off the bat of the catcher Eldridge. So important for the pitcher to always get the leadoff out. That ball made its way. Did not look like off the bat it was going to move in that direction that far, but obviously had good carry to it. A little bit of wind behind it. And the pitch is inside. First baseman Rogan, who dropped a ball that turned into an error back in the bottom half of the first. Both sides with one error in the first inning. Braintree, a very young team, as the pitcher does not get the call. Not close on the pitch, and a walk to get the offense going for Foxboro. They've now been handed a couple of walks so far early. Short lead at first, and the pitch is up. Having trouble with the zone right now. Defense has been able to help them out for the most part here in this game, so certainly love a ground ball here. Dealing with McGuire, their second baseman. Offering on the way, and this one knocked to the backstop. Look like he took quite a bit off of that pitch. Trying to locate in the zone. Righty's ready, and in the air towards right field. That is going to drop in foul ground. So a couple strikes in a row. Pitch on the way, and upstairs, the throw down will not be in time. And now a couple of steals here against Stenman. Not necessarily his fault. The delivery to the plate really hasn't been all that fast. Obviously difficult to throw out somebody when the runner is able to get a good jump. And this one drilled out towards left field. That's going to get down, and a base hit. The runner advances to third, as Braintree now has 2 on against him. First hit of the game for Foxboro, trying to recover from a 2-run deficit. Runner takes off from first. The throw down is going to be high, and Fan able to make the play as he had to rise up to make that one. Dangerous throw. It Obviously, if the runner was willing to take off, could have tried to get home on that, but instead they have the tying runs now in scoring position. Runners at second and third and one out. The leadoff fly out, now a ball again towards center field. He's been busy out there as the catch is made. The run scores from third. So the runner now starts and stops from second and gets to third base. The sacrifice fly makes it 2-1. So an RBI for Hattigan, their left fielder. They've had a handful of flyouts in this game, but Braintree's defense in the outfield and center specifically, putting away now the third out. Runner at third. The tying run stands there. Just 90 feet away here with 2 outs. And the pitch, and a wave and a miss. Up over the top of that off-speed pitch is Fernetto. Right fielder for Foxboro. Defense pretty much straight up here with 2 outs. Both the outs in the inning coming on flyouts to center field. This is one that's out of play, and a couple of quick strikes. Top of the order up next, if it gets there. Braintree trying to hold on to a 1-run advantage as we head to the second, or the bottom of the second. And the offering, and that's one towards short and into center field. A base hit ties the score at 2. A 2-out single from the number 9 hitter. Getting a lot of the zone with 2 strikes and driving it into the middle of the infield and past the outstretched glove of Fan. So Braintree with 2 in the bottom half of the first, 2 answered back in the top half of the second. Seen some high-scoring games during Legion seasons, generally, as the runner takes off and on the ground towards third, a foul ball. They're continuing to run at will on the base pass, especially with 2 outs. Now dealing with their leadoff hitter, Marcella. Lined out sharply to center field his first time. And a throw over to first, not in time. Go-ahead run now stands at first. Runner takes off, and the pitch upstairs. Throw down to second. Again, will not be in time. Just nearly impossible right now for a potential throw out of a stealer because delivery is taking too long to get there. And now this one drilled out towards center again, but back there and again to take it away. As for the second time, Marcella down on a fly out to center field. Braintree does give up the tying runs as we head to the bottom half of the second in a 2-2 game. First pitch here, the bottom half of the inning, and that is ball 1. Umpire a couple of times. Looks like he's going around for a strike call instead. A ball. Braintree with 2 runs in the first, but they gave him right back in the second inning. Six, 7, and 8 in the Braintree order. Big wave and a miss. So Watts back out for a second inning of work. And the offering in the air. Foul ground. As the first baseman puts it away in foul territory for the first out. Brings up the Braintree catcher now, Stenman. On the ground, first pitch, and this one in foul ground. So we're tied up right now here in the bottom half of the second inning. So home team trying to get it back and take the lead. First out on a pop-up in foul territory to first. Some hard hit balls in this game by both teams. As the pitch on the way and a fastball, a strike. A couple of strikes now on Stenman. This pitch on the way is down in the dirt. Up next is Atkinson. Here is the pitch, and again upstairs. Wrench has had 3 base runners, 2 of which have been extra base hits on doubles. The other one an error. That's the 2-strike pitch out towards center field, but right at him in center field for the second out. Third or fourth hard hit ball by both teams that have been caught in center field. Post 86 trying to avoid a 1-2-3 inning against him. And this one out towards left field, playable out there. A couple steps back and able to make the catch as Watts has a very quick 1-2-3 bottom half of the second. And we will return for the third in a moment in a 2-2 game. First pitch here of the third, sharply hit to left field, and that makes its way down. Handful of balls hit into the outfield here by the Foxboro offense, and this one makes its way down for a leadoff single. That's how the third inning starts. Pitcher helping out his own cause. Now on base for the second time after reaching on an error back in the first inning. Lots of base runners for Foxboro. Braintree now in on the corners. Pickoff play, not in time. Obviously trying to pay a little bit more attention to the base runners, at least trying to keep them closer. Gives himself an opportunity to throw one out. Pitch on the way, and that one in there for a strike. Signals being relayed across towards the base runner now at first. It is the shortstop Hoyt, who walked his first time. And a wave and a miss up over the top. 2 strikes now on him. Being held on at first base by Juhas. As the offering, that was a quick delivery. Pitch on the way, and this one towards shortstop as fan to second, and the throw is not going to be handled. Then the runner was off the bag, but no tag applied. And what looked like at least there was going to be a force out opportunity turns into nothing as the middle of the infield can't get it done. That was a tough throw to handle. Again, in the midst of it was the pitcher who slides into second. With the runner on the move, that made it a much more difficult play. There we go, is an error. Braintree's second of the game. As this one is drilled on the ground and into left field, a base hit. That one dying out there is going to send the runner, but he stops. And now the throw to second, they have him, and he is going to be safe. What? Not sure how. Must have avoided the tag. That was some bad base running at third base. That almost cost them a out at second, and it looked like a pretty good throw. Umpire obviously seeing something different, because the throw definitely beat him there. There's no question about that. Throw definitely beat the runner to second base, but must have somehow avoided the tag. The ball was not dropped, and now the bases are loaded. What should have brought in at least a run. Braintree should have had an out, though. They are at the end. Really would have changed this inning. So the bases now are loaded. Still just the... Actually, there is not an out yet. This pitch is on the way, and that one down in the dirt, and fortunate that one hit the umpire. That saves a run. So 2 singles and an error on the Braintree defense has the bases filled up with nobody out here in the top of the third. In a game that could slip away quickly, the offense picks up here for Foxboro. Lots of base runners for Foxboro here early. And on the corners, there's a force now at any base. As the pitch is on the way, and this one out towards right field. Continuing out there, and a nice running catch as the throw is towards second, and that one is going to be cut off as the sacrifice fly does give Foxboro the lead, but that was a nice catch in right, taking away a hit, and the pitcher needing the help this time because had some trouble finding it out here in this third inning. Second sacrifice fly for Foxboro as they are in front for the first time now with 3 unanswered runs. Some well hit balls off the bat. That one hit well, but not specifically all that hard. It was just deep into the outfield. Runner takes off from first, throw down to second base will again not be in time as they continue to just run at all costs between this combination of pitcher-catcher. First baseman Rogan, who walked his first time, has 2 in scoring position. And his team now has a 1-run lead for the first time as the pitch is off the plate. Runners lead from second and third, and the pitch, and that one to the screen. Second game of the week for Braintree Post. Post 86ers. Only game of the season, a loss against North Attleboro to begin the season as the pitch is down and away. Danger of walking him again. Trying to battle all the way back as this one spoiled back and out of play. Late look, and that one makes its way out of play. Couple of strikes now. Runners at second and third, and the pitch. And that's in there for a called third strike. That'll be the second out of the inning, and pitcher really needed that. Brings up McGuire, who singled his first time. Pitch on the way, and that one is in there for a strike. Trying to get away with just 1 run here in this third inning. That'd be a huge win for the home side. Braintree had a 2-run lead after an inning of play, gave it up, and allowed it to tie at 2 after 1.5, and now a lead is for Foxboro here in this third inning. Sacrifice fly right now, the difference. As the pitch is high and tight. the pitch is outside. Walk 2 so far as Saros. The offering is on the way, and that one missed, and he walks his third and loads it up. Playing with fire here in this third inning. Braintree's giving up just the 1 run, but obviously can be a big inning to get the clutch hit. Trying to keep it here with the left fielder Hadigan, who flied out his first time to left field. Base is filled up. Second time in the inning they've had him juiced up. The pitch is on the way, and that one is a strike. Like a generous call for the pitcher. That one is upstairs. Runners lead has the pitch on the inner half, a strike. He was darting back and takes the pitch on the inner part of the plate. So now 2 strikes. He has fanned 1 in this game. This would be a good time to get his second and strand the bases loaded. As the 2-strike pitch and into center field, a base hit. 1 run coming across. Here comes a second as the throw towards the plate will not be in time, and 2 pushed across as the runner stops at first. 2-strike pitch knocked into center field, and Foxboro continuing to hit the ball hard here against the starter, who has now allowed a couple of runs with a 2-out hit. After a scoreless first. Now 2 runs in the second, 3 so far here in the third. It's the pitching not getting it done right now for Braintree. It's the offering on the way, and that's in there for a strike. It'll be tough to win games this season if the Braintree pitching is giving up 5 or plus runs. Obviously, offenses can score, but you don't really want to do that. It's not the way Braintree generally prides itself. They're usually a pretty good pitching team. Much younger this year, but it's early in the season. Tough to get in a high-scoring battle. So Hadigan now responsible for 3 runs after a sacrifice fly his first time. Runner now waved around as the throw from right field. Going to be close, and he's going to slide around the tag and score a run. So a decent throw from right field, but a little bit offline. Catcher had to try and tag him. And now you wonder if he was out of the base pass. That's the question from head coach Casey. Certainly a question. But they're not going to get a reversal of a call. And another run is pushed across. So a 6-2 game now in favor of Foxboro as they continue to pound the ball. Another RBI from the 9 spot, his second hit. Moves all the way up to second on the throw as the pitch on the ground towards the left side. Over to Fan as the throw across is going to be low and cannot be handled at first base. So the run again will score as Braintree's defense really not getting it done here today. Second error of the inning, certainly one you have to have if you're Fan. Low throw, scoopable at first, but when the inning's not going well, you need a defensive play. Right now, Braintree's not getting it. They've now allowed another run. The runner now moves from first as the throw down is not going to be in time, and another stolen base. As Foxboro just keeps the pressure on. Braintree defense putting themselves in a very vulnerable spot with defense that is allowing runs and now extra runs. All these coming in because of the error as the throw from left will not be in time. The runner takes off for second, and he will get there as this one has blown wide open. This one getting away very quickly And now that is 9 on the board. They've scored 7 times here in this 3rd inning. Everything going the way of Foxboro as they continue to hit the ball hard. And obviously the Braintree defense giving them some extra outs. It's already the 3rd time through as we play here in the 3rd inning. The offering on the way, and this one drilled out to center field, hit well. And back over the head as the runner will score from second on a ball that was hit hard. Now the runner stops at second as the inning continues. This one completely getting away from Braintree, and they do not have any action out in the bullpen. 2-run lead after the 1st inning for the home side, but they've now given up 10 straight runs. And there is a slaughter rule. I believe it's 10 runs for Legion Baseball. An 8-run game right now. As this one into left field, another base hit. Runner's going to be waved around, coming towards the plate. Throw is going to be cut off, and another run scores. That costly error, allowing a lot of extra runs here in this inning. It's 5 extra runs since that error is short. It's hard to be a young team, but these are the kind of growing pains you're going to have. You're going to have mistakes, whether it's defense or the pitching not being there, but it's all about how you respond, and that's going to be the matter of it. Is Braintree going to just fold in here? Or they're going to give it a go on offense? Momentum has completely shifted in this game. Very long half inning as the runner takes off and steals another base. Offering on the way, and this one hit hard towards center field, and it cannot be caught in center as the runner will come around and score from second base as a throw in the direction of second, nobody covering the bag, and another Braintree run allowed as it makes it a 10-run game. So they trail 12-2, and another defensive error on the Braintree center field at this time. Not an easy play, but one that should be handled. It's 14th hitter of the inning. You can tell the score reflecting that. Now the runner is in scoring position now at second. Braintree defense has made 2 errors in the inning. So this one's popped up in foul ground. Long run for Stenman. Third baseman also over there, but neither can make the catch. Pitch down at the knees. Rogan struck out earlier in this inning. Striking out looking in that at bat And this one slapped to the backstop. Couple of bases loaded situations here in the inning. Big couple of 2-out hits. Some errors that the Braintree defense has given extra runs to. Still waiting for that third out as the runner starts and stops down in the dirt. Stemman able to block, but runner does get to third. Offering on the way, and this one out towards left field. That's going to make its way down. And another base hit, and another RBI with 2 out. Pitch up in the zone, able to work it into the outfield. Already seen a meeting at the mound. Next one would be a pitching change, but again, nobody up and throwing. This might be just his game at this point. At this point, with an 11-run advantage, unless Braintree gets back in it. Not really much of a reason to make a change. Hasn't had to actually throw all that many pitches because just hitting everything early and often in the count. Pitch on the way, and that one's upstairs. As long as it continues, danger of putting another one on, this time with a free pass. Not close, and a walk. And that is going to do it here for the pitcher in the inning. Can't get through the third. So we will see a pitching change with 2 on and 2 out here in the third inning. Inning continues, pitching change as Atkinson into pitch, coming from left field. Trying to get the final out here of this inning as 15 have come to the plate. And now the 16th hitter pops it up to second base and is put away to mercifully end this third inning. Bottom of the third, and the first pitch is up in the zone. Long wait in between innings as Watts and his offense with a huge inning. So this one's popped up and back and out of play. Nine, 1, and 2 for Braintree here in the third inning, needing a rally. The offering is slapped to the backstop. And in the air, on the infield, shortstop and second baseman, both in the same vicinity as the second baseman to make the catch. Second straight inning now. Braintree has retired here to start an inning. 5 in a row now retired. After Braintree had a couple of doubles back in the first inning, pushing across a run in the process. So pitch is on the way and in the air, first pitch. And an easy play on the infield. And there are 2 down. Braintree swinging early and often in this third inning. Put away by the pitcher, as there are now 2 down. First pitch, and a wave and a miss. Base is empty here with 2 outs. And the pitch, and out in front of it. Watts with a couple of off-speed pitches here in the at-bat. Braintree in danger of going 1-2-3 for the second straight inning as we approach the 4th. Offering on the way and on the ground right in front of the plate. Right along the line, and this one rolls foul. Would have been a infield single had it stayed in fair territory. Two-strike pitch, and got him to go after one in the dirt as that ends the 3rd. So we head to the 4th, 13-2. Top of the 4th, and the offering is inside. Remaining in the game to pitch, the left fielder is Atkinson. Just back in for first full inning of work. Trying to slow down these Foxboro bats as this one sharply hit to short and caught. Line out to the shortstop as Fan able to track it down. With a hard hit ball off a Foxboro bat. They have scored 13 times in this game, 11 of them coming in the 3rd inning. This pitch is in there for a strike. All you can ask for if you're Braintree is to eat up some innings here, give your team a chance, put up some zeros. Back-to-back strikes pumped in there. And this one driven out towards deep center field. Center fielder with a late range on it, and it gets over his head as the runner takes second. The runner in scoring position as that one is outside. A lot of hard hit balls in general in this game. Braintree had a couple of hard hit doubles back in the 1st, but most of the offense has been on the other side. On the ground towards shortstop. Long throw across and in time. Down away on the first pitch. Runner at 3rd here with 2 outs. Braintree trying to avoid giving up any more runs. Very quickly ahead now. Working quickly on the mound is Atkinson as he throws a strike. Off speed, another one in there for a strike. Certainly throwing strikes since coming into pitch. The offering is on the ground. Tough play over on the right side. Underhanded flip and a nice play overall after all said and done. The underhanded flip gets it there in time, and Braintree's able to avoid giving up anything here in the inning. So we head to the bottom half of the inning as Braintree trails big. First pitch as this one hammered to deep left, but a foul ball. 3, 4, and 5 for Braintree here in the inning. Grounded out his first time did Uhas. Pitch is on the way, and he may have gone after that. Umpires say he did not. And this one to third base, a fair ball by the glove of the third baseman, and he'll stop at first. Leadoff single. First pitch strike. Watson for his fourth inning now. This team leads 13-2. And the pitch is up. It's starting to cool down. As the throw down to first is not in time. Just missing. And they're saying that that is a strike. The umpire from the plate did not check with the field umpire. Dugout, though, requesting it. And when he did, they said he went around. As that is it for a called third strike. So after the leadoff single down the left field line, a strikeout looking. And now Swain, who struck out looking his first time. Braintree has struck out now 3 times, all of which have been looking. Actually, one of them was on a swing, excuse me. Pitch on the way, and that's there for a strike. 1 on and 1 down here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. On the ground, middle of the infield. Wow, what a play by the pitcher, but then he throws it into center. Had time, and Braintree gets some help there with a throwing error. Made a pretty miraculous play just to get a glove on it and make a play out of it. Instead, the inning is going to continue with now 2 on. Would have been an infield hit. Then the throwing error, obviously an error on the play. Their second made on the defense. Braintree defense has made a handful of mistakes as well, but obviously in the moment when they happened, so much bigger of plays. 2 on and 1 out. Here is Foley at the dish, who popped up to first his first time. This one out towards left center field is going to get down, as the runner is going to be held at third base on a nice throw from the outfield. Braintree now with the bases filled up here in this 4th inning. Trying to make things a little bit more interesting. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Wind starting to pick up. Temperatures dropping by the moment. And And the offering, as this one's knocked off the catcher's mask. A foul ball. Looks like Foxboro going to get some throwing going on in their bullpen. Braintree getting something going offensively here in the inning. Base is now filled up. And the offering on the way is a foul tip for a strikeout. 2 down. Both outs in the inning have been by way of the K. Gonna need a big hit here with 2 outs. Braintree wants this game to continue. This one is knocked over the screen. Runners lead, and the pitch is up. On the inner half, a strike. 2 strikes now. Trying to strike out the side in the process after giving up a couple of hits and an error made by the pitcher. And that is in for a called 3rd strike, and Braintree had a great opportunity but does not score as they leave him loaded. And that has been the story here today. Braintree not taking advantage of their opportunities as we head to the 5th. Top of the 5th. More action out in the bullpen for Foxboro. Atkinson remains in the game and delivers a strike. 4, 5, and 6 in their order. The pitch is on the way, and that one is inside. Pitch is down. Knocked out of play. This one in towards second base, and a nice lunging catch. A couple of nice plays over at second the last inning plus. Pitch on the way, and that one is in for a strike. Hitter was ducking out of the way on a pitch that was in the zone. Right back towards the strike zone and just missing. Looked like a close pitch from here. So Angelini out on a line out, and now Eldridge out towards left center field. That's tracked down, and there's 2 down. Pitching, trying to have a quick inning here in the 5th. The opportunity is there now to have a 1-2-3 inning. Braintree has not had one in this ball game. And a close pitch on the edge, not going the pitcher's way. The pitch is on the infield, playable. Now all the way back, it trails towards left field, and Fan gives way to the left fielder, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3. Foxboro goes here in the 5th. As As we head to the bottom half, Braintree has got to score a couple of runs if they want the game to continue. Bottom of the 5th inning, and the first pitch and hammered out towards right center field, and that's going to get over the head of the center fielder who's playing very shallow. So runner now digs towards second, and we'll stop there with a leadoff double. So Braintree with one of the harder hit balls of this game by the right fielder Farragher. Not sure why the center fielder was that shallow. I know Braintree hasn't had a ton of hard hit balls, but it doesn't really make sense why you'd be playing that shallow. It's not really the normal depth for a center fielder. The pitch is in for a strike. Third time now through for the Braintree order. Fan stands in, doubled, and popped up to the mound. Watts remaining in the game, trying to go the 5th inning. They had action behind them during last inning, so assume probably a short leash. It's a pitch, and on the ground, middle of the infield. Pitcher able to make the play this time, and able to make the underhanded flip and avoid a wild throw this time. So he's now been retired by the pitcher the last 2 times. Once on a pop-up to the mound, once on a ground out to the mound. That's pretty rare for the pitcher to be involved in 2 different defensive plays. It's the same batter. So runner is at second now with 1 out, and a swing and a miss. Braintree's only runs back in the 1st inning. Scored twice. Down in the dirt, catcher able to keep it there. Even with the score the way it is, catcher doing a nice job to keep it in front of him. Obviously, Braintree not going to take any chances. You don't ever take a chance with a big deficit like this. No reason to take third. Not a meaningful run, really. Braintree has to score twice in this inning to keep the game going. They're down 11 runs. Ends after 5 innings if they're down by 10 or more. Thought about it, but did not swing. Pitch on the way and on the ground, right side, but a foul ball. Both of his swings, ball put in play, have been to the right side. Once down the right field line for a double. That time, obviously, foul ball. And the pitch downstairs. The runner now will get to first on a walk. So a double and a walk, the 2 Braintree base runners. First pitch swing, and this one back and out of play. Up over the backstop. Good size lead by both base runners as this one's cued foul. One off the edge of the bat. Only out of the inning, a grounder back to the mound. Ahead of him now, though. 2 strikes. And the pitch. Just off the plate. He's fanned 5 in the outing to this point. Play here in the 5th. And the pitch. And just able to make contact. Did not even try to swing, but it made contact with the bat. Knocked just foul. Runners lead, and the 2-strike pitch is going to be below the knees. Again on the way, and another foul ball. Good at bat by Uhas, who singled his last time down the third baseline. And that is going to turn into a free pass. After all is said and done, back-to-back walks, and all of a sudden Braintree has an opportunity for the second straight inning. Meeting at the mound, third baseman coming over, catcher also coming out. First pitch, and this one right side, and off the glove of the second baseman as one run comes across. Here comes a second, and this game is going to continue. 2-run hit on a sharply hit ball off the bat of Berman. So the 2 walks come back to prove to be costly in this inning, as Braintree now with runs 3 and 4 of the ball game.
Keep working, John. Keep working. Long way to go here. Long way to go.
Pitch on the way, and that's a strike. So Foxboro not able to close it here. They will keep this game going. Braintree obviously doing their job, and that's putting up some good at-bats, making the opposing side have to throw some extra pitches. The only out of the inning, the ground out by the leadoff hitter Fan. Braintree's been handed 2 walks. They've also had a double and a single. That one's up. More action in the bullpen for Foxboro. This game has gotten a little closer. Obviously still pretty lopsided. It's the 2 lead, and the pitch, and a swing and a miss. They're going to put the ball in play. Swain, who struck out looking and reached on an error. And the pitch down in the dirt. Catcher able to block it, but runners are able to advance as both runners move up, second and third. Pretty daring base running there by both Braintree runners. Trying to keep the pressure on. It's Braintree trying to put up a big number of their own. Already scored twice. Another hit would probably bring in at least 1, as that one is a foul tip for a strikeout. And now for the second time, and that is the second out of the inning. Foley now gets up there. 2 important base runners now for the home side in scoring position. Has this one to left field, but foul. Off-speed pitch, and on the edge for a strike. Start and stop, and missing upstairs. And a foul tip and a strikeout. Held on to by the catcher. Braintree does push across 2. They will keep this game moving as we head to the 6th. First pitch here, as this one is knocked foul. Heading into the 6th inning. 7, 8, and 9 in the order. McGuire's had a nice day at the dish. Has walked twice and singled. Has not been retired yet. Foxboro still with some action in their bullpen, probably to come in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 9-run game now after Braintree had trailed most of the way by 10 plus, but able to scrape across 2 runs to keep the game moving. And that one's up in the zone. The offering is away. As that one is down in the dirt. And a leadoff walk. His 3rd time that he's been walked in this game, McGuire, their second baseman. It's very rare to see somebody that far down in the order walk 3 times. You see generally somebody 3-4 spot walk that many times. No easy out here today for Foxboro. As that as a strike to Hattigan, who's had a big day at the dish, 3 RBI. He had the big 2-run hit with 2 outs back in that 3rd inning to keep it going at the time. It was pretty early on, and he was able to come through with a clutch hit. And a lot of hitters getting to the plate after him. On the ground, left side, difficult play over at shortstop. Long throw, and it's not going to get there in time. Throw is not going to be handled cleanly. To an infield single. And Foxborough right back to the base runners with 2 more on. A walk and an infield single. And they are right back in business, trying to get that 10-run margin back. Fernetto, who has been on twice, has had a couple of RBIs. Takes a strike. 2 singles and a line out. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game with 2 on. So nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. So right-hander's ready, and this one popped back and out of play. Offense has been relentless for Foxborough. They continue to put base runners on, make it difficult for the Braintree pitching staff. On the ground, left side again. Fan, gotta go across. The long throw is low, but it is handled, and the out at first base. Runners in 2nd and 3rd now with 1 out, and the pitch as he continues to go towards the middle of the outfield. Everything has been towards center. Flied out twice there. He's also been able to get help with an error and has doubled as the pitch is down. Braintree can't afford to give up more. They trail by 9 right now, and the 10-run margin is in effect after 5, and he now hits them right off the back. That's the 5th time now through the order. We're only here in the 6th inning. Obviously showcases the amount of runs that have been scored. Bases are filled up yet again as the pitch on the way and is outside. Nowhere to put him. This could be the final inning we see. Foxboro again score some runs. Braintree still would get up in the bottom half of the inning, but this might be tough to come back from. The pitcher Watts as this one smacked out towards left field, hit well back in towards that corner, diving to try and make the catch, and it drops down. Here comes 2 runs. Good effort in the outfield as the throw is to third, and he's going to be out by a mile. And now caught up in between the bases over at second as the out will be made. I think they're going to call, oh no, they're not going to get the out, and somehow everybody is safe. That is crazy. Second time in the game we've seen a Braintree tag, and looked like maybe could have been somewhere in the ballpark of being out of the base pass, but this game has completely slipped away now from Braintree as they give up 2 runs. Good attempt in the left field area. That one almost was caught. Diving effort, but 2 runs are pushed across, and what should have been an out in between third and second turn into a safe. So 2 runs pushed across in the inning so far. Watts again delivers. And in the middle of the infield, over towards second. Underhanded flip for 1, back to first, and in time, a double play ball. So the Braintree defense with a nice play to end the inning, but again, they give up 2 more, and again, have to score. So we head to the bottom half of the 6th. First pitch of the bottom half of the inning, in for a strike. 7, 8, 9 for Braintree here in the inning. And needing 2 runs. Same spot we had back in the 5th inning. Sharply hit towards shortstop, and the ball is going to squirt through, and an error on the shortstop to begin the inning. This has not been a very well played game defensively. It'll be the 3rd error now on Foxboro. Braintree's had 4. Pitch is down. Fastball missing outside. Watts still in the game, surprisingly, here. Multiple times they've had pitchers warming behind them. You assume with the score the way it is, that's part of the reason. As this one is in for a strike. Atkinson 0 for 2, flying out to left and striking out. Just the 3rd at bat here. So the offering is going to be just inside and high. And right now, Foxboro just not doing enough to close this game out. Braintree again threatening here in this 6th inning as 2 are on, and almost certainly going to see a pitching change now as we will take a break in the action with Braintree down 15-4, but with 2 on and nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. Pitching change as Griffin in out of the bullpen to pitch with 2 on and nobody out. Bottom half of the 6th inning. And the pitch is up. Dealing with the number 9 hitter Farragut, who doubled over the center fielder's head his last time. Pitch is inside.
I saw that. Congratulations.
That's not even half of it.
Well, no, I was surprised because I feel like you guys are a lot younger than me, and I like.
Offering on the way and missing again.
Maybe because it was baseball related, it's St. John, like, wrote some tribute, fucking tribute to you. That wasn't right. We wrote, you guys have been married 20 years.
20 years, yeah.
I'll be 20.
Fastball in for a strike.
Oh, shoot. It's June, isn't it? I just turned 50.
Wait,
No, I
you don't
just
know.
turned 50. I thought I turned 52. Because I thought
So you're like
And that one is off the plate again, and now a walk. Back-to-back walks after the pitching change. Same result. This game just will not end. Obviously, Braintree showing some resiliency here, not giving up, but multiple times they've been down 11 runs. And we're able to push across 2 last inning. Have not scored yet. It's a pitch on the way, and that one is up to Fan. Had doubled his first time, has since popped up to the mound and grounded back to the mound. That was against Watts, though. It's now his first look at the reliever. And the pitch, and a fastball. That's a strike. On the ground, middle of the infield. Shortstop. He's going to go across to first and get the out as the run scores. Both runners advance. Braintree makes it a 10-run game. 15-5 now. So runners are at second and third with 1 down. Error starting the inning. And this one tap foul. Offering on the way, and that's in there for a strike. Pitch on the way, and that one is up and away. Time called at the dish. And the offering, this one drilled out towards center field. It's going to be over the head of the center fielder as 2 runs will be pushed across. And Braintree keeps this game going again. And we're going to go the distance here in this one. We're not going to end in a shortened game. Braintree was not going to let it happen here today. 2 more runs scored, and Braintree now with 7 on the board. So offensively, Braintree scoring runs, but again, giving up too many. Giving up 15 here today, down by 8, but certainly a welcome sight to see the offense get it going. Again, those are going to be tough ways to win games. You have to score more than 7 or 8 runs in a game to win. This one is cut on, missed. Probably the hardest hit ball we've seen in this game by a Braintree bat. Turns into a 2-run double. 3rd RBI of the game for the center fielder. That one's down and away. The error to start the inning opened the door for Braintree to get something started. Took advantage of 2 free passes. They both came around to score. Braintree's only out, a ground out by the shortstop, Fan. He's had a tough day at the dish. And now a hit batter. Third time on in this game for Juhas, who singled, walked, and been hit by a pitch. And Foxboro's pitching struggling here out of the bullpen. Since the pitching change, seeing a walk, double, a hit batter, and a ground out. So 3 of the 4 have reached since entering, as Braintree has scored 3 runs, all of charged to the starter. Now Berman, who kept the game going back last inning, a 2-run hit off the second baseman's glove. As this one's knocked out of play, big swing. And now another hit batter. He hits him right off of the back. Back-to-back hit by pitches, and the bases are loaded. This one really starting to get a little bit too close for comfort for the Foxboro coaches. Braintree has loaded it up. Third time on in the ball game. Over at first base for Berman. He's been hit by a pitch, has doubled, and has reached on an error. And the pitch out of the zone. Errors have really helped both sides in this game. A lot of runs in this game. And another one not close. Having all sorts of issues throwing strikes now. Six of 7 have reached here in the inning so far. Braintree has not gone away quietly. Must seem like they should have at one point, but now they're extending this game and gonna force a 7th inning. Braintree trying to pull off a miraculous comeback as this one is grounded foul. Just to extend this game twice, kind of a little bit miraculous on the Braintree end. Foxboro leaving some opportunities on the board. Both sides have had bases loaded situations on a couple of different occasions. But hard to close the door when you're walking and hitting batters. This one on the middle of the infield, right at the bag, over to second for one, the throw away, and that gets away. As now Braintree pushes across a couple more runs, and the defense again not able to make the final play. Should have been a double play ball to end the inning. Instead, Braintree gets 2 runs as that ball glances off the glove. Second time reaching on an error. That pushes across 2 more Braintree runs. And this one popped back and out of play. Braintree continuing to swing. Make things happen, putting the ball in play. It's the advantage to putting the ball in play. Defense making a mistake, as that is in for a strike. Braintree has scored 5 times already here in the inning. The runner now at first base, and 2 outs as the pitch is down. Thought about swinging, did not.
I think Berman got it.
on the way, and that one just missed. So this game will not end. This inning will not end for Foxboro, but Braintree saying this is a little taste of your own medicine. Thinking back to that third inning where they scored 11 runs. Runner takes off, pitch, and that one misses. No throw down, and a stolen base. Braintree giving a little taste of their own medicine with the stolen base, too. We've seen, I don't know, 8 or 10 of them on the other side. Just kept happening back in that third inning. And the pitch now upstairs, and another meeting at the mound. Nobody was warming, but having all sorts of issues with the strike zone. Inning obviously should have ended on the double play ball. The ball got away off the first baseman's glove. One that the first baseman probably should have handled, in my opinion. Wasn't a good throw, but was able to straddle the bag and get a glove on it. So he's walked 3 in the inning and hit a couple of batters. So obviously all sorts of issues throwing in the strike zone. Braintree with 2 more base runners. As they bat around here in the inning, Stenman gets his second look of the inning.
Let's go, gentlemen, let's go.
'Pitch on the way, and that one's down and away. Two on and 2 out, as that one misses badly off the edge. Might be the final hitter, although there hasn't been anybody up and warming. Big swing and a miss, throw down to first, and the first baseman was not on the bag. Still able to make the play there. I think there's some frustration back there behind the dish. Pitcher not throwing strikes. Taking a little frustration out. It's a pitch, and that one foul tipped and held on to for a strike. Stenman, who reached on an error to begin the inning. The defense has now made 2 errors in the inning to keep the Braintree opportunity there. And another one well up around the eyes. And down in the dirt, a walk. That is the 4th walk surrendered by the pitching here in this inning. Have also hit 2 batters. One of the walks charged to the starter, who's now long departed. Braintree has loaded it up. They get another hit here. This game is not over. Now how that's possible in the way this game has gone, but this game was all but over multiple times. Braintree just not giving up. It's a pitch, and that one is inside. Atkinson, who has walked his last time, is also struck out looking and flied out 0 for 2. Needs a hit now to keep this inning going. Give Braintree a little bit more hope. Goes after a pitch upstairs and knocks it to the backstop. Braintree's 11th hitter of the inning. Trying to keep it going. Number 9 hitter due up next. And the pitch is outside. Base is filled, and that one is up. Runners go, and the pitch, and middle of the infield. Second baseman going to have to go across to first, and this time the play is made. So Braintree does have a good inning offensively, keeps the game going as we head to the seventh. Braintree down 6, 15-9. Top of the seventh.
Get us going, man.
Atkinson remains in the game as he's really slowed down the bats. Long throw from Fan, able to get it there. A nice play at short. First pitch missing. Some frustration on the Foxboro side. I thought he was safe on that play. Looked like a pretty good play by Fan. Thought he got it over there in time. They have a 6-run advantage, so certainly not understanding of that situation. Obviously probably frustrated by the fact that they have not closed this game out. Back-to-back outs on the infield. Put out at short now, put out at third. Braintree with 2 quick outs. Got to give Atkinson a lot of credit. He's really slowed down this offense. Did give up the 2 runs back in the 6th inning, but otherwise has been very good out of the bullpen. Gave Braintree a chance, and obviously the bats have awoken. They trail 15-9 here in the top of the 7th. Pitch is outside. Staff now really giving it to the home plate umpire. As this one's on the infield, popped up. And it is the third baseman as Berman makes the catch to put away the inning. 1, 2, 3 they go. Braintree's last chance coming up. So they're down to their final 3 outs, down 15-9. Braintree trying to pull off a miraculous feat here in this bottom of the 7th. They've had a couple of big innings in this game, trying to have another one. As the pitch is down, and the first 2 have been out of the zone. Farragher reaching his last 2 times, has doubled and has walked. Number 9 hitter due up here to begin the inning. The home side now down 6 runs. Closest they've been in a while. Pitch in there for a strike. Braintree trying to get the leadoff man on, as that one is cut on and missed. And a wave and a miss. Just stayed with the heat and able to fire it by him. Strikeout to begin the inning. trying to keep it in the zone. That was his problem back last inning. Could not locate. So now Fan bats for the second time. Has just one hit in the ball game. He's 1 for 4, but did drive in a run. Had a double his first at bat. It's been quiet since. And a wave and a miss. And this one almost hit him. Somehow avoided Fan. Bases are empty as the offering is again upstairs. Braintree looks for a base runner here with 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning from going the distance. Braintree in danger of dropping to 0-2 in the early season. As it's down in the dirt, and it is a walk.
Get it out. You go, Hank. Keep working.
First pitch up and in. Runner leads from first base with 1 out. And the pitch down and in again.
Relax, Hank. Relax. You go.
Pitch a strike, throw down not in time, and a stolen base.
Get it out.
Takes away the double play opportunity. As that is a strike on the inner part of the plate.
Let him battle, Hank.
And a sharp hit ball to right field, a base hit. As the runner will be held at third, and Braintree again with a couple more base runners. The leadoff strikeout, a single and a walk.
In and out. In and out.
And now Uhas, who has been on 3 out of the 4 plate appearances. Runner takes off. The pitch is not going to get a strike called. There's not going to be a throw through either. Braintree with 2 in scoring position. As they continue to run. And the pitch again is up.
Hank, you're over, man. Here you go.
Pitch a strike. On the ground left side as the play going towards the plate, and the tag will be made. Not sure why you'd throw it to the plate up by 6 runs, but either way, the out was made at home. Really not a play you need to make in that spot, but it worked out for them. Remains 15-9. Now a little bit of chatter between the catcher and batter, I believe. Imagine some words there after the situation where the throw was made, the catcher applying the tag. It wasn't really the catcher's fault that the ball was thrown in that vicinity, but Obviously don't know what was said. At the corners now, and on the ground, and the left side of the infield. Tough play, barehanded, and a great play to end the ball game. So after all was said and done, with the number of runs, the number of defensive miscues, a good play with the bare hand to end the ball game. Braintree does not end up scoring here in the 7th inning, leaving 2 on as the game comes to an end. 15-9 the final scores. Braintree drops to 0-2 on the season. A difficult one here today, offensively and pitching. But Braintree ends up scoring a lot of runs late, but giving up too many runs in that 3rd inning, ultimately the undoing here today. So Braintree falling to 0-2, as that'll conclude our coverage of Braintree Legion baseball. On behalf of our camera person here today, Dave Maybrook, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.